Alright, folks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things or anything like that. For anyone that's known me, for subscribed to me for these many years, first of all, God bless your soul for subscribing to me this many years. But I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. What in the blue blazes of hell just happened? Okay? So, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet and try to get to the point so it's not like 15 minutes long like my, welcome back video basically was. So, Raw kicked off with the whole promo. I know like every Raw ever, like the last like 15 plus years, has kicked off with a promo. And, there we go. Leave that. Looked strong, no surprise. Took it out, pretty much everybody in the ring, including Rollins, Owens, and Big Cass. Swift. How you doing? And so that was that. You also had some other mumbo jumbo, like what was it? Oh god, I'm trying to think top of my head. We watched a 3-hour show, and your brain is still screwed up from what you just saw. You kind of forget things. Oh, you had Neville versus Jericho, which basically was like a house show match. I mean, like, when you hear Neville versus Jericho, you're like, oh my god, am I going to a house show? Like, what is this? But these guys had the match at the Tokyo, right? The Beast in the East, and that was a house show, and Jericho won, just like here. So, yeah. Remember when Jericho would, like, job out to everybody? It's really changed in the last 365 days, hasn't it? You had Nia Jax, aka The Rock's cousin. By the way, speaking of The Rock's cousin, The Rock was now known as the highest paid actor in Hollywood. My boy. Congrats to you, Mr. Dwayne Johnson. You deserve it. Nia Jax versus some jobber female named Han. Nia Jax won in like 12 seconds. So yeah, that was cool. Hey, no false finishes. And he had Sami Zayn versus Jinder Mahal. As my good buddy JD Venom once said, Jinder Mahal will not win a match for like ever being on Raw. And I fully agree with him. By the way, how's the club going? For all you guys who are like, oh my god, I love the club. The club, we're coming to the WWE, the Bullet Club. Oh my god, Carl Anderson. Yeah, Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Doc Gallows. Yeah, now they have doctor gimmicks. And their jokes are about anal probes and testicles. That's funny, right? My god, kill me. You know what WWE is? You remember when I said TNA is like that one ex-girlfriend that like looks tempting every once in a while, but then you sit there and go, oh, thank God I'm no longer with you? Yeah. WWE is like that one relative you see like a couple times a year just to check on how they're doing, and you're like, good to know. So you had this random mixed tag, and I know people say it's not a random. I know Bayley's in the feud with Charlotte, but Charlotte was in the match, so her little protege, aka minion, Dana Brooke, who's so bad. Okay, I said this before. People want to crap about Eva Marie all day they want. Okay, fine. Whatever. That's your opinion. I have mine. Let's call a spade, okay? Eva Marie is like Dwayne The Rock Johnson compared to Dana Brooke. At least Eva Marie could sell. The flying ducks is Dana Brooke trying to do selling out there. She needs to go to her boy, Dolph Ziggler, Mr. Noodlehead, Ramen Noodle Ziggles over there, and try to be like, how do you sell? Even if she flops like a fish like him. So you got Dana Brooke, along with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, aka the Doctors of WWE apparently, versus The New Day and Bayley. How long did I say that they were going to make Bayley to a complete utter joke? And I get it. She's a fun-loving gimmick. That's fine. She's the female John Cena. She's the type of gimmick. She has the type of gimmick that like 12-year-old girls could look at and go, "Oh my god, I want to be just like her." Okay, that's fine. You put a fucking glow-in-the-dark dildo freaking strap-on her head, the unicorn horns, just like the New Day. How is this show considered PG? I have absolutely no idea. Okay, so Bayley and the New Day won. Yippee. Yeah, how about them club jobbers, yo? Okay, so then we have Flying Ducks, the best of seven series that no one cares about between Sheamus and Cesaro. And apparently, Mick Foley said the winner of this series will get a title shot. It took to the technically this is their fourth match, by the way, because they had two matches previous before the whole best of seven series, and they had the first match, wink wink, at SummerSlam. So you're telling me in the fourth match, now you actually try to make something like it's worthwhile that, oh, winner gets a title shot. By the way, they didn't say what kind of title. They just said a title shot. The world title shot? Or the universal title shot? Or do you get the US title shot? Maybe even a tag title shot if you get a partner. I don't know. Not explained. Okay. So you have Sheamus versus Cesaro. Again, I could give a rat's ass about this. I'm sorry, guys. It's just like... and it's too bad, too, because I know Cesaro's talented in the ring, can't cut a promo to save his freaking life. Sheamus, he could be decent in the ring, on the mic, makes me want to bat my head into a wall. Then again, that's about half the roster, if not more, when it comes to promos. So, it is what it is. But Sheamus wins, he's up 2-0, even though technically, from a technical standpoint, they're tied 2-2. But you remember, those two other matches didn't count because Mick Foley didn't give a damn until, like, oh, we need a match for SummerSlam because we have 4 hours of this BS. Okay, so then we go on to tribute to the late, great Mr. Fuji. Rest in peace. I said it on Twitter, and if you haven't, follow down my link down in the description box. But yeah, Mr. Fuji, I think, was a very interesting manager because for me personally, I mean, when people think of the best managers of all time, they think of, Bobby Heenan, they think of maybe Paul Bearer, they think of this generation, Paul Heyman, Bobby the Brain. I feel like I'm missing some other people. It's on my head. I'm trying to think of male. I'm not being feminist here, but I'm just thinking of other guys. But anyways, for managers. But Mr. Fuji, I think, was kind of underrated. Obviously he did well with, Yokozuna and company. So, it was sad to hear. By the way, rest in peace to Gene Wilder. By the way, you guys know him obviously from the original Charlie and Chocolate Factory movie, Young Frankenstein, and like 5 other movies he was in with Richard Pryor, late great comedian Richard Pryor. So, sucks to hear that he died of complications of Alzheimer's, so terrible. But anyways, back to Raw. You had Braun Strowman versus America. Thank God this guy didn't come out here and said that he liked big, sweaty men. I have nothing against gay people, but seriously, the fact that he said that out of nowhere just made it incredibly awkward. So, Braun Strowman wins, LOL, in 4 seconds. Yay. Yay, Mike Knox 2.0. Alright, so what else do we have? Oh, God. Yeah, Paul Heyman coming out, basically apologizing to Stephanie McMahon and wanting to pay Brock Lesnar's fine, because remember, Brock Lesnar just got fined for, I think it was like, what, $500, which is kind of BS, obviously. This guy's failed, like, what, 2 to 3 tests? 2 tests, but, it's okay. It's okay for Brock to cuss and beat up guys to bloody pulps so they freaking bleed to death practically in the middle of the ring. It's fine. But if you gently push Mr. McMahon out of the way so his daughter can go in front of him, you get suspended. And also, show your prescription to the WWE for Eva Marie. I'll read everything, bitch. So basically, long story short, Heyman wants to make it rain, and pay off the apology to Stephanie. Stephanie has nothing of it and walks off. Well, she has nothing of it, and then she accepts it, actually. But it took her a while to accept it, to be fair. And by the way, she also said later in the night that the winner of tonight's Fatal 4-Way to crown the vacant Universal Championship will be the first ever Universal Champion. She's really getting ahead of this whole bearing thing from her husband, Triple H. We'll get to that a little later. So you have Titus O'Neil versus Darren Young. Can they end this BS? Oh my God. How many times are we going to see Titus O'Neil and Darren Young? Seriously, first it's always the same too. You ever notice Aaron Young is so stupid? He's like, "Oh, Titus, you're my fan, buddy. You're my friend. Yeah, let's go, woo!" And Titus stabs him in the back. He's like, "I didn't see that coming." He's done that to you at least 4 times in the span of like a year and a half. How have you not seen that coming? He's like the male version of Becky Lynch. He's surprised when he gets backstabbed, except for this case, it's the same person, not different people. So that's that basically, and we move on to the main event, the Fatal 4 for the vacant Universal Championship. Reigns versus Kevin Owens versus Big Cass. How you doing? Versus Seth Rollins. Where's my statue? Okay, that's all I'm gonna say for Seth Rollins. Now, where's my statue? Telling you, I'm a fan of Seth Rollins and his in-ring work, but sometimes with his promos, he kind of like, dude, don't say that. So how we start off? Okay, first one eliminates Big Cass. And immediately some people say, "Oh, Big Cass got buried because he's the first one eliminated." Look, I saw people even Chase Oliver 68, who I consider a friend, buddy of mine. He even said that he's not a huge fan of Big Cass, and he was impressed with Big Cass. Big Cass can work in the ring. Here's the problem with Big Cass. He's a dork. Alright, and this is what I mean. His gimmick is too corny, too comic-y, It's fine to have comedy in wrestling. There's nothing wrong with that. When was the last time you heard someone who had a comedic gimmick and was a main eventer for a world title? I'm waiting. So then he gets eliminated, and then the shenanigans just go galore, alright? Because then, oh my god, oh my god, it was like Sharknado meets an F5, not Brock Lesnar, but a mother freaking actually F5 tornado mixed with the typhoon and an earthquake. What the hell was this? Like, Reigns is doing his thing, which, by the way, so much for a punishment for Roman Reigns. The guy's still main eventing against the other see Reigns in the main event, the Finn Balor and company, but that's not my choice in there. So, anyways. So then you have Gunther coming out of nowhere, coming to the middle of the ring, coming to pedigree, Roman Reigns, and I'm thinking, oh god, this is God's getting his payback from WrestleMania, even though that was what, freaking 4 to 5 months ago, and then he pulls, him in the ring. Seth covers him. It's just Seth and Kevin Owens. Here comes God back in the ring. And what does he do? He motherfucking pedigree Seth Rollins. And Kevin Owens is like, Everyone in the arena in Houston, Texas is like, what the hell just happened? Because it was like, what the hell? So God pedigrees the freaking Latino, Hispanic, whatever you want to say, Power Ranger right then and there. Freaking Grizzly Bear Adams, Kevin Owens pins him 1, 2, 3. Your new Universal Champion, Kevin motherfucking Owens. Oh my god. And then afterwards, Seth looks at Steph like, what the hell just happened? Exactly. What the hell just happened? By the way, I'm surprised Rusev didn't come in here and, cost Reigns, but that would make too much sense and too predictable. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to do a swerve. This was a swerve. Oh my god, because people have been saying, okay, Reigns or Rollins. We like, you guys like Kevin Owens, but, screw you. That's what WWE was saying. Big Cass, he's got potential, but he's still in a tag team, and he's going to have a goofy gimmick. He looks like freaking Adam Copeland and, late great freaking Andrew Martin, a.k.a. Testa's long-lost love child. It's okay. Oh my god. So I guess this sets up Seth turning face? I don't know. I mean, we've been asking for Seth to be face. He when he came back, he had the heartfelt story of him getting injured, and everybody felt so bad, and they missed him. So I guess that could work, even though seeing him and Reigns possibly in a tag team match, even if it's on freaking Monday Night Raw, will look incredibly awkward since he's the first one to attack Reigns with the steel chair when he broke up the Shield, but that's neither here nor there. That was 2 years ago, so I'll let it slide. So Kevin Owens is your new Universal Champion. So I guess Kevin Owens versus Seth at, what is it, Clash of Champions? And then I guess you could have, I don't know, Seth versus God at Hell in a Cell. That'd be epic to see. Actually, that would make sense for a Hell in a Cell match because they've been teasing that match for like ever now. And Reigns can go back to basically insulting Lana about her being a baby girl, but you know, apparently she's like a paid inflatable wife. I never seen an inflatable looking wife looking that good. But anyways, so that was Raw. How long was this? Oh my god, 15 minutes. Here I am saying I don't want to be 15 minutes long. Yeah, ran out 15 minutes. Anyways, guys, Raw was interesting. uh, basically, long story short, if you haven't seen Raw, just watch the final like 45 minutes of it. Basically the middle was okay. I'll take that back. The beginning was okay. The middle was ugh. The ending was alright. That's interesting. Put some interesting scenarios. So, you know what? I've been giving a lot of crap to Raw ever since the second week of the brand split. Because the first week they just killed SmackDown. Alright, it wasn't even close. But ever since then, everyone's like, SmackDown, SmackDown, SmackDown. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And then I look at SmackDown, I'm like, okay, yeah, at least SmackDown makes sense. Raw's like, what the, I even made a video about it. So, Raw stepped up their game tonight. I'll give them that. See what happens when you're not lazy, Raw? See what happens? People talk about it and they actually seem happy and actually kind of interested now. Do I see Kevin Owens as a world champion? Sure. Guess I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm not a huge Kevin Owens fan. But, you know, at least Kevin Owens shows a slight of personality, unlike, you know, Finn Balor. So, it's an upgrade, I suppose. Anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe down below if you have not. And follow me on Twitter. Do I need to say the link is down in the description box? I always say that like every single video. You guys should know this by now. Anyways, that's it for me. Peace.